What is going on, guys? Toma Tales here, and today I am bringing you another tale. Now, this time it's going to be a bit different because, as you know, in my first Toma Tales, I created a story using my beautiful brain and my imagination, and I put it onto pieces of paper, to be exact, 18 pieces of paper. And by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, but today it's going to be a bit different. It's going to be a tale of my life. A tale that I think is worthy enough for me to share with you beautiful, amazing people today. As you probably read by now, the title and topic of today's tale is, drumroll, my first threesome, guys. Okay, I'm not gonna make a big deal about it. I do it all the time, like 20 plus three. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't had more than one, but the tale of my first threesome is what you'll be witnessing right now, firsthand by the most cool guy ever right here. So let's get right into it, guys. This specific night happened around 1.5 years ago, and if you don't know it, but if you don't know by now, I am 21 years old and I am in college. I am a junior. If you want to, stalk me, just know I live in Florida. It's like the oldest city in the world. If you really care enough, you can do the research and find out where I am staying, and just look up the coolest college in this city, and you'll find me. Yeah. So let's get right into it. 1.5 years ago, what was Little Toma Tales doing back then? Well, I was doing what I'm kind of doing today, but not as often today, but I was going out every weekend. I would go out with my friends who were mostly all female, and I would, have a great time. So, in this specific Friday, I went out with two of my friends, both female, as I always did, but one of them didn't have a fake available, so she had ended up leaving, and it was just my kind of bestie friend and myself. Now, what we would always do when we would go out is eventually I would find girls to talk to and do the doing and hang out with and make out with and touch and kiss and all that good stuff. And she would find guys to dance with and do all that stuff with as well. We're the perfect wing woman and wingman for each other. And so this time it was no different. Now, going into this bar, I knew that there would be girls, that I'd been talking to on Snapchat, on social media. And, I knew that there'd be some girls, that I'm trying to, smash. So, yeah, I was a little bit eager, I was like ready, we're all excited. It's college. What else do you do, right? So, yeah, we're all just kind of dancing at the bar. Well, it was more like it was a college event. And so her and I, my bestie, we're just dancing, scoping it out, getting some alcohol. I always stick a plastic bottle of alcohol in my pants so I don't have to pay, and I just, whip it out, and the girls are expecting something better, but I just whip out the alcohol and then I just start, drinking. And about an hour goes by of us just, chilling. And when it hits about 12 o'clock, that's when, like, shit gets going because then, people are getting all the alcohol in the system and they're getting turned up, and there was a DJ, it was pretty cool, the DJ was going crazy. We're all just dancing. And I'd seen a lot of girls that I've known, and, I talked to them. We talked here and there, danced a little bit. But I had not met that one girl that I was kind of, it was her time. Her time was, tonight, 1.5 years ago. It was her time, and she knew it deep down. So, yeah, we'd been dancing for about an hour, and I remember my bestie had to use the bathroom. So, I'm a gentleman. I always, I walk her to the bathroom. This time I didn't go in, she'd be like, come in with me, let's talk about this or that. I'm like, whatever, sure. But this time I was like chilling outside because I knew that they were kind of like the girl I was looking like, she was like around that area. And we'd already like said hey, but like, we hadn't seen each other before. We were just talking on Snapchat. We'd matched on Tinder. We talked on Snapchat, just like, here and that and what and that. And today we were gonna like actually see each other, which is exactly what happened. So as my bestie was in the bathroom, I was sitting outside the bathroom on some chairs, and she comes walking out. And now let me just describe her because all you little guys, you're gonna want to know what she looked like. She was white, but she had some Japanese in her. It was a really weird combination. She was skinny, like long hair, long dirty blonde brown hair, She was very pretty, all right? Tomatail's not just, letting his tail go anywhere which way. He picks them wisely. So she'd come walking out of the bathroom maybe, or just anywhere near that bar area where the bathroom was, and she comes walking over. I look at her. She looks at this guy right here that you're looking at. And we're like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, oh, shit. Let's just call her fucking Jessica. Her name's not Jessica, but we'll call her Jessica. I was like, hey, what's up, Jessica? She was like, Toma. I was like, yeah, that's me. And we just started talking, all right? We started talking, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as you know it, my bestie comes out, and then we all start talking, girls talking with me and this and that. And, we're all besties at that point. And now it kind of gets a little blurry, but as usual, this is usually what happened. I would always end up talking with girls, and then my bestie would end up leaving because her friend would pick her up. And I would just, spend the rest of my night with the girls and go home with them. I don't, need a ride home. I always, find someone, somewhere, something to do at the end of the night. So that's what happened. My bestie left, and I continued talking to Jessica. Just normal stuff. We were drinking and just talking, laughing. And I don't know how this happened, but as I was talking to Jessica, another girl came into the picture. And at this time, I thought they both knew each other because they were acting like besties and whatnot. And let me set the scene of this other person. She is the second willing participant in this journey. She will give her a name of Tiffany. That would be a good name. Tiffany. So Tiffany starts talking to me especially, and, talking to Jessica, and they're both just chilling, and Tiffany's really, like, talking to me, and, like, just really, like, like, all up in my business and stuff, and, like, just being a Tiffany. And so we were all just talking, chilling, whatnot. And Tiffany joins us, and Jessica and Tiffany and I were just chilling, talking. And at one point, freaking Jessica, she goes, running up to the DJ and like, hey, look, my name's Jessica, DJ, add me on Snap, whatnot. You know what all these girls do. They want all the DJs and shit. And I go up running up there too, and we're just like, wild and talking to DJ and stuff. We're just having a good time. And after that, I just remember like we were at the bar, and it was like coming towards the end, like it was like about 1 o'clock. 1:30, and everyone leaves around 1:30-ish, So, like, I was talking to Jessica, and there's this other guy, and he started talking to Jessica while I was there, and I just remember I was kind of, like, fighting for Jessica. It was kind of funny. We were, like, he was like, oh, smell me, He was like, oh, and then she was like, oh, you smell so good. And I was like, and I had just gotten this perfume from my mother for Christmas, and that's, that's, like, the best. I was like, smell me. She was like, oh, that smells good, too, but I like his better. I was like, don't disrespect my mother like that. Like, I think she was just, doing whatever, but she was like, oh, I like yours better, but guess what? She wanted me anyway, so whatever. Let's skip a little bit ahead. She ends up picking me, and at this point, we're all kind of getting ready, wrapping up to leave and go somewhere. I don't know where at this point, but we're going somewhere together. And it was very interesting because at this time, Tiffany, I thought they were friends, but she kind of like leached onto us and like kind of made it just like normal that we're all going to hang out. And she was like kind of joking around as we were at the bar, like getting ready to leave, like, you guys want to have a threesome night? We're going to have a threesome, yeah, we're going to do it. And both of them were obviously very intoxicated. Jessica was intoxicated, the hot one. She was like, kind of giggling and playing around. I personally, I was just like messing around too. I didn't really, whatever happens, threesome this, threesome that, it is what it is. But, yeah, so all three of us end up leaving the bar together around 1:30, and the walk home was about a 20-minute walk. And I remember it as it was yesterday. I still have, like, Snapchat videos of that night. Oh, my God. I posted it to my story. And then, like, the next, they kind of texted me to take it off. But it was so funny. But, yeah, so we end up walking home. And all these girls are talking about is having a threesome with me. And personally, I was like, yeah, what, I don't know. Like, sure, because I had done the do doing business the last night before, yesterday night, a year and a half ago. So I wasn't all like going crazy like a threesome. I was like, hey man, you're not gonna really get up for this, are you? And I could kind of tell, you know your friend very well, don't you guys? I know my friend very well, so I could tell my friend was just like, we can do it, but I might not go crazy. So I'm just kind of, going along with it, just having fun, walking home back to the college dorms where we all lived. And so that's what we did. We ended up walking home. At this point, it was already set in stone. Tiffany had, kind of, started the trend of us having a threesome. We all started joking about it. Jessica started going along. She wanted to have threesome as well. Just white girl stuff. These white girls these days. And yeah, we had gotten to the college dorm, and we had to kind of sneak in because you're not allowed to have any visitors over, especially not guys. So Jessica, Tiffany, and Toma Tails. Back then, just Toma. We end up going into her room. And this is where, if you're under 18, you might not want to listen anymore. But let's get right into the good stuff. So we end up getting into her room. And from what I recall, we just all hopped onto her double-sized bed. She had two twin-sized beds, which made like a queen. We had hopped on, and I just like remember us kind of joking around how this is what I'll do to you, oh, you can't do that, you can't do this, just usual stuff, making fun and joking around. And it started off with me just, I was just like laying back, just relaxing, letting the girls take care of the boy Toma. I was just chilling. And, I was like, which one of y'all can know a little bit better, So I was just laying back, and first Tiffany goes at it, and my guy down there, he was just chilling. He wasn't like peak of the hill, peak of the mountain type stuff. He was just kind of chilling. He was kind of getting dined out. He wasn't, just getting dined out, and she was doing her thing, and then Jessica did her little thing. You know, Tiffany definitely won the cleaning my genitals department's battle. She could definitely do it better than the pretty one. And I haven't told you this, but Tiffany is like, she needs Toma motivates in her life. She was a little chunkier. She was definitely bigger. I definitely took one for the team. I had one big girl and I had one hot ass girl. And that's what I realized. Like at the end of the night, I realized they weren't even friends. Like they like never really talked like that before. Tiffany she's a mastermind. She just like became best friends with freaking Jessica that night because she knew if she became friends with Jessica, she could sleep with me because I would want to sleep with Jessica. So then, she kind of weaseled her way into threesome so that she could sleep with me that night as well. Because without a hot girl, she wouldn't have been able to sleep with me. So I learned that out the next day. But let's get back to the night. So after the janitor cleans the closet, as you say, cleans the genitals, yeah, we're not gonna get into the craziness stuff too much, but we do the doing. And what was funny is as I was brushing the wind inside of the cabinet, freaking Jessica, I felt there was something weird inside of there. So I was like, what is that? I was like, it was like a little, a little gate in there that I couldn't push through. And I was like, what is that? And then she's like, oh shit. And then she gets Vanessa, who's laying right next to me. She's like, can you help me take my tampon out? Oh my god. I was like, ugh. So freaking they end up leaving the room. And I guess, what was her name? Tiffany goes in there, takes out the tampon, and then they come back. And yeah, I did everything with both of them. And Tiffany was a lot better. Her was a lot better than Jessica's. You know, pretty girls ain't always like that. They basic sometimes, you know, and so that's kind of the case with Jessica. And I ended up sleeping over there, and it was kind of funny because as I was sleeping there, I had a. Let's see, this is me sleeping. I had Jessica, the hot one, to the left. The other one, the Toma Motivates girl, to the right. Tiffany, and as we were sleeping, freaking Tiffany kept trying to cuddle with me. She was like all on me, and I was like all on Jessica. I was like, you know, I was like kind of, you know, like I'm kind of here with Jessica. Like you had your time. And eventually, at like 4 in the morning, she did 5 in the morning. No, it was probably 6 in the morning. Around 6 in the morning, Tiffany ends up getting up. She's like, I'm gonna go back to my room. And then they did their little best friend. Hey, okay, we'll see each other. Yeah, cool. We'll smoke some jewels later, or whatever. And so Tiffany ends up leaving, and so it's just Jessica and I, you know, cuddling until the morning time comes. It was funny because the night before, I had told Jessica, I was like, you know, I'll smash in the morning when I'm feeling a little bit more because, you know, the morning might sometimes hits pretty hard. And, but once the morning came, I kind of just like, you know, we were both sleeping completely naked, so I just kind of got out of bed. It was around 9 or 10. I don't really like staying at people's places long after the night. Now I don't ever sleep over anywhere or let anyone sleep over. But at that point, it was about, you know, 9 o'clock. I just got my naked ass out of the bed, put my undies on, put my clothes on. She was still laying in bed, and I was like, all right, yo, I'm gonna head out. And this girl, Jessica, just literally like gets up, and, like grabs me, like, and just like starts making out with me. I was like, gotta go, gotta go. So I was like, all right, yeah, all right, cool. Like, see you around. And I end up just heading out of the room, and that was it. I walked home. I felt like $1,000,000. You know, I'd achieved greatness that night. And yeah, that was the first time I had my threesome, guys. Aren't you guys proud of me, huh? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that tale of my life. You know, I really do appreciate sharing my life with you guys, sharing who I am, because, you know, it just brings another, you know, another element to my life that just makes me happy. So I'm very grateful that I can just sit here and be happy with you guys, and I hope I make you happy as well. Guys, Toma Tales is out, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care and stay up and stay motivated.